Okay, you guys, we're back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about petition pushing for David, that's D4D, to be deplatformed following him getting arrested and charged for Celeste Rivas passing. No. I've been looking at a lot of discussions on social media, guys, and what I'm happy about is that people are really putting their thinking caps on, because when I look at these, you know, um, media pages who are reporting on this, I am seeing where people in the comment section, they're like, ain't no way this guy killed this girl. And make no mistakes, this guy, he's not a crowd favorite. He's not a popular, person in the celebrity space for people to say, you know what? He's popular. He has been doing music for years. We have always known him to be a good person. He has affiliation with that person, that person. We are not getting any of that. Most, of the, younger generation, Gen Z, they're quite familiar with him because he had about 2 to 3 songs that was blowing up on TikTok. But outside of that, he hasn't garnered the fame that would let people ignore certain things. And I love that. I love that people are really looking into the details and they're like, heck no, this guy was set up. He knows who did it, but he cannot say anything about those people who did it because that's not only gonna jeopardize his life, it's gonna jeopardize the people that are in his close circle, his mom, his other family members. And I'm like, thank God people are thinking. Not only that, for the people who believes in the world of spirituality in terms of psychic mediumship, Sloan Bella already told us that this guy did not do it, but he was set up. And the mere fact that the body was placed in his car, and it was parked, and he knew that his car was parked there. He knew what was going on. But did he actually do it? Absolutely not. Celeste Rivas' death, it is very much synonymous to that of Ashley Janae's. The people on the dark web, minus the fact that David did not do it, when we can say, well, it seems as though Joe played his hands intentionally and directly in Ashley's passing on the bidding of the people on the dark web. I know they are two different cases, but while they are two different cases, both cases, they do connect because it is coming from the same underground people who do these things, and they are good at doing these things, and they're good at getting away with these things because if you notice, they ensure that that body was wet. They know that the police will be able to find some things like the wounds on her body, the entry and the exit wounds, which the police are now saying that, or should I say the coroner's office rather, they're now saying that is what led to her death. You can tell that, as per the reports, she was also abused, right, leading up to her death. If you haven't seen that video that Sloan Bella did, even if you don't believe in the world of psychic medium, why I would encourage anyone to watch that video as well as the video on Ashley Janae. It's going to open a new world that you may or may not know had existed. No, a lot more is coming out about this guy, including what they're saying is that he had child P on his phone. No, I don't know this guy like that, to be very honest, but something is telling me that what is happening could potentially be planted. All of that being planted, because ain't no way. And I want you guys to think about it because that's just how I reason. It's like, ain't no way you know what is happening, right? You know that you're under a microscope, but at the same time, you're going to keep those things on your phone. It's giving the sense that I'm not saying that he's innocent of such blame, but it is of my opinion that that too was put on his phone, and I believe that it was stored on his phone in such a way that even him himself might not have been aware that it was there. And you guys may say, how is it that he might not have been aware that it was there and it was his phone? Well, let me explain. We all have these devices, but the truth is only 1% of us understands how to truly use our devices. There could be stuff on my phone that I'm not aware of, irrespective of the fact that I use my phone on a daily basis. So, as such, I believe that the images that, the PDF file images, read between the line, that they found on his phone, I believe that they could have been transferred there on his phone by someone hacking into his phone and storing it as a file, because I don't think that they were there lurking around in gallery. No, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. And as such, why I think that people should be thinking and not just looking at what you're being told. Do not look at what is being shoved in your face or in our faces, is because if we allow ourselves to be narrow-minded with these cases, these people are going to consistently prey on our youths by way of human trafficking, because Sloan has been telling us for years that this is what the people from the underground, and we're talking about billionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires who we have never seen, we've never heard their name, and chances are we'll never see them and we'll never hear their names. These are the people that are involved in these horrific things. And to them, all of this is sports. It is sports and experiment, because not only do they, abuse these people as sport, they trap their consciousness. Spirituality is not just inside what you and I were thought to believe. There's a whole different game out there. It's not that it's a game, because it's really serious. There's a whole different realm out there that you and I have no idea exists. Most people, we don't know that it exists. We have Christians who goes to church, knows their Bible really, really well, who doesn't even know that these things exist. So when you hear about human trafficking, it's not about just organs being harvested, people, DNA being used for different things. It's a lot deeper than that. We have a group of, I don't even think it is fair to call these people. I'm going to have to call them things. We have a group of things on this planet that enjoys a different level of sports. And we're talking about the gladiator, bloodshedding arena type sports. We're talking about the purge type sports. These things, they actually do exist, and it is top dollars and they love it. It is organized. It is done by wealthy people, people who are highly intelligent, highly educated, and these people may have 3 to 10 different names, 3 to 10 different identities, and they might be connected to a lot of government entities that are heavily involved in experiment. So it is kind of sad to see that this is happening. It is very sad because someone has lost their life. And what is even more sad about it is the fact that people are looking at just what they're being told. Many people are looking at just what they're being told, while we have just like a handful who are questioning this and saying, no, this is all too surface level to be true, because that's the comment. It's too easy to be true. Like, he had the body in his car and it was parked, and it wasn't even strategically parked. It was parked like, hello, it's there. She's missing. Check my car. Check my car. So I was so happy to see people thinking and to see people saying, this guy did not do it. He's been set up, and he's been set up by we don't know who. But if you notice even how all the things that happened to this girl, dismembered and all of that, you would know that this guy is not guilty of what they're saying he's guilty of. But they also believe that he knows what happened to this girl, but he truly cannot say what happened to her, right? So now there's this huge advocacy group that is calling for an industry blackout to be launched. They're doing it through change.org petition. Listen, change.org, I don't see, like, I've never seen, not once, literally never, ever seen change.org working. It's there, but I've never seen any petition working for the people. I've never seen it. Jake Paul, quite a few others. I've never seen that petition working. There were other things that came into play after a lot of these petitions, but not the petition itself. But these people, they're saying that, all these platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, all the streaming platforms, they want a complete industry blackout against this guy. Now, more than likely, I think that because there's so many different twists and turns, and now they're saying, oh, we found Child P on his phone. I'm still not sure if they're gonna remove his content from these platforms, because people are paying attention. As I've said, there are people who are paying attention, and there are people who knows the truth. And I think Harvey from TMZ is one such people who knows the truth, because Harvey has been saying from the get-go, what if he didn't do it? And Harvey is not just saying, what if David didn't do it? He's giving pointers as to why David could be innocent in all of this. So I'm just saying that to say there are people who knows that this guy is innocent. There are people who knows that this guy is being set up. And as such, when they hear that Child P is on his phone, it might be alarming and shocking to a lot of people that he has Child P on his phone, but still yet his music is up. It is up because there are people in the industry who knows deeper than what is being shared on the surface. And because they know deeper than what is being shared on the surface, they don't want to take this stance against David, because they are afraid that tomorrow it could be them. Tomorrow it could be another artist. And They don't want it to be easy or so easy for an artist's craft to be attacked. Because if it is so easy, it means further manipulation and further control of these artists. And as such, no one wants that because they know that this guy is not as guilty as they are portraying him to be. And that's just the truth, in my opinion. It is all too black and white for someone that's so intelligent, so educated, so damn smart to make it seem so black and white after he had allegedly committed the act. It's not holding up, in my opinion, and it's not holding up in a lot of people's opinion. But don't allow me to convince you. Think for yourselves. Watch that video from Stone Bella. Look at the reports that are coming out and think for yourselves. Draw your own conclusion, because when we think for ourselves, that is how we're able to really detect the flaws in what we're being told. When we don't allow people to sit down and spoon feed us, that is how we detect flaws in the things that is being handed in front of us. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.